Hey everyone, thank you so much for coming back to the Angel Talk by the Angelics. So today's topic is how to pick up choreography faster. Get that step. That's the subtitle. All right.
Get that step.
Get that step.
Get that step.
Do you guys have any advice? Because if you guys don't know, if you guys are new here, we're all professional dancers. We worked for NFL Dallas Cowboys, and that's how we met, and that's how we get along each other. So we do dancing professionally. So do you guys have any advice?
I would say picking up choreography in itself is a little bit stressful, but you do have to have a good mindset before going into class. I feel I stepped into a class at Chaos not too long ago. Literally, he went through Dexter Carr.
Whose class was it?
He went through half the class already. I walked in the class and he was already halfway through the combo. And it's easy to switch your mindset, like, I can't do this. This is not going to happen. And especially with those lights too, it's a very dark room and I can't see his body fully because I was all the way in the back, since you don't want to be in the front and intrude. But I think you do have to start with a good mindset of, I can get this choreo, because if you scatter your brain with, I can't do it, then obviously you're not going to get the dance. I think
that's true.
It starts with strong mindset, but then also you have to do those movements very full out in order for it to get through your body. Would you say so?
I agree, yeah. That's a good point, 'cause I didn't even think of it, like, before you even get to the class, you have to mentally, like, prepare yourself.
Yeah.
I would say something that helps me is, like, learning how I learn best, because, like, everybody learns differently. Like, some people can just see a combo a couple times and they got it, versus some like me, I have to, like, actually do it and get it in my body before I, like, actually, like, I can watch you all day, but I'm not gonna remember anything that you did. Like, I have to do it, and, like, I've learned that it's easier for me to pick up choreo if I focus on, like, what my feet are doing, then focus on the hands. Like, if the teacher or the choreographer is teaching and, you know, they usually do, like, a demonstration, the one thing I'm watching is, like, their feet, to see, like, how far they're stepping, how deep they're bending their legs and stuff like that, how quick they're moving, if they're on their toes. Like, that is what's helped me learn to pick up choreo quick. And I think everyone has, like, a different mindset on how they, like, what helps them get it. So I think, like, figuring out how you learn is a big part of it.
Like, mine is definitely the upper body. That's crazy to think about, because I do remember I focus on little arm movements and upper body, like, movements if you're going down with the movement or high up. I feel like that attracts my eye easier than my feet. And then I look at my feet and I'm like, okay, what am I doing?
That's crazy.
So you guys are opposite.
What about you? Do you know?
Me? I think I was going to say something that I forgot. For me, it's going full out. But before that, before you go full out, I need to listen to the music so many times. And so for going full out, if you're in, like, a rehearsal where you have, like, 3 hours, 4 hours, you can observe as much as you want because you have more time. But majority of the time, classes are like 90 minutes or 1 hour. Like, for me, there's no time to mark the dance, because otherwise I won't be able to know how my body can handle the power that I want to put if I dance full out. So I need to, like, go full out from the beginning. I mean, I need to talk to myself time to time about, like, you know, stamina, because you want to perform better at the end of the class. But I think, like, going full out and kind of see how my body works helps me to remember the choreography faster. I don't know, it's really difficult to explain, but before that, I think take dance classes as much as you can is very important, so that you can develop your way to remember the choreography faster. Like, everyone's different. It's not, there's no, this is the answer for this question. But you need to get to know about yourself, how you work better, like how what is the easiest way for you to remember the choreography faster. But in order to do that, in order to discover what works for you, you have to take classes as much as you can.
Right.
Even something as simple as like, because when I'm taking classes, I used to try to like be in the front while I'm learning the choreo, but it was hard for me to pick up choreo that way because I felt like, I mean, nobody's worried about me. We're all learning the choreo, but I felt like I was like, people were looking at me.
It was
so
a certain pressure.
Yeah, it was like pressure. And so I learned that like I need to be in the back while I'm learning choreo because like I don't need anybody looking at me. I need to figure this out. I just need to, you know, be in my little corner. And like that makes it a little easier to pick up. So like if you take dance classes more, you kind of learn that like some people need to be in the front, some people need to be in the middle, some people need to be on the side. Like yeah.
That's so interesting for me because I need to be in the front. Like, you know, I always in the corner.
Yes.
That's my like go-to spot. I think it's because I'm short. I can't see myself if I'm in the back, and I want to see myself in the mirror so that, I mean, it's kind of like pros and cons. I should be able to know how my body is moving without looking at myself in the mirror. So that's something that I'm working on right now too. But I always find myself going to the corner front.
Okay.
And I can see the choreographer in like the what is that called? Like 45 degree in my vision.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know why, but that's my go-to spot.
Oh,
See, you know me, I prefer that spot too. Because
Really?
I've always been behind you.
You're
for
always in the
practices.
behind.
Because I try
didn't even notice
to,
that.
I try, like my whole rookie season, I was right behind her. And we weren't even that close during that time, right?
Yeah.
But it was like I wanted to match her body movements, and that was the only way I could because I was on the side of her in most of our combinations or combos.
That's a
But
good way.
then also, I like being center, like off center from the instructor, like say they're right here. I like being kind of in the center area, but to the corner of them. So it kind of goes with that.
Yeah.
I just think like no one's ever gonna pick up choreo fast like their first couple of classes.
Definitely not.
And so it's definitely a learning process, even today too, because we have our styles that we're so confident in, and it's completely different, all three of us. But then once we get out of our comfort zone just a little bit, that's when our brain gets challenged again, and then we figure out, okay, how do we learn this style a little bit faster than we usually do. So it's just a learning game the whole time.
That is. One thing that I noticed while I was in LA, I find myself sometimes, if I move to another spot, I will have like this brain fog. Like,
yes. That's
isn't
a
that
big thing.
weird?
That
Like,
is
No, it's
true.
not weird. Like that's normal.
It's
'Cause
a
I would have
normal
the
way.
same thing.
It's the same thing with like turning around. I went to a certain convention. His name was Guy Groove, and he taught me a lot because it was a hip hop combo, right? We felt so confident looking forward, and I was in the same spot, right? He was like, "Okay, now everyone turn back." And I swear, everyone just had a brain fart.
Yeah.
Even in Adrian's class that he taught us, or the little, what is the combo that he taught us?
Oh, just the choreo session?
Yes, but
yeah.
he told us to turn around. My mind goes completely blank.
Yeah.
Mine does too.
It's crazy.
That's something that I would challenge myself to do is like move to different spots.
Yeah, same.
But only like, because you know, you do it in groups. Like after you learn the choreo, they'll let you go in small groups. And usually you just go to the same spot in your small group. I always challenge myself to just go to a different spot every time my group goes.
Yeah.
Because like, it's so easy to just get oriented with like, your area,
Right.
like if
Yeah.
you're in front of this part of the mirror, or if you're like in the back,
Yeah.
or if you turn around, turning
so
around be killing me.
Killing.
Oh,
Turning
yeah,
around
same.
is the devil.
Because we're so used to looking at the
Same.
mirror, but I feel like we've practiced that a lot too. Because in DCR&B practice, we did have to change kind of faces sometimes, and it was no problem because
Yeah.
we have practiced that over and over
Yeah.
and over again.
The Tuesday practice helped me a lot to
Yes.
like not be independent on the mirror, like
Yeah.
for the mirror, because
very true.
on Tuesday practice we don't have mirrors. We practice on the field, and then on the Monday or Friday we have a mirror. So that's when we can kind of go off of like, you know, the choreography and then angles and stuff. But that is like a whole training for me. That was a whole training for me. But if you're a dancer and if you want to be better dancer and like kind of like getting into the industry or any like professional dance industry, I feel like you should be able to adapt in any situation, because in an audition you never know what's gonna happen. They probably gonna, you know, select few people, or like, hey, can you dance here, or can you dance right here? So you don't want to like be the type of person who's like, I only can dance better in this spot.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And I think dance classes is where you can experiment all the stuff.
Right.
So I think you should use those time to experiment all the things that you could think of.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I also wanted to put out there, like, picking up choreography, it should be comfortable, but then you should push past that comfortableness, because then there comes a point where you're kind of iffy with the choreography. But if you make that certain push of just being in the front in a certain group and being like, I'm just going to go for it, like, I think that can push you to like an aspect that you didn't think you could overcome. And maybe you do make mistakes, but then you'll figure out the mistakes that you did, work on them on the side, and then come back again, and then probably get it the next time.
That's true.
So it is kind of a certain level of, while you're learning it, you do want to feel comfortable and like no pressure. But then once it does become that time, that's when you kind of push those limits and see if the choreography stuck in your brain. So it's kind of a push-pull type of game.
Push and pull.
Yeah.
Does that make
That's true.
sense?
It does. And I think another thing too is like Luna was saying earlier, like taking as many dance classes as you can, but also in like different styles.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Because I feel like a big part of being a dancer, especially if you want to do it professionally, is being able to like adapt to whatever style that is thrown at you, so you can be in any room that you decide to be in, you know? And it's all about like body awareness and stuff. So if you only do one style, you're not going to know how your body moves in a different style. So really just like going outside your comfort zone and kind of just experimenting with different styles. Something that I do is, because like taking classes costs a lot of money.
It
yeah.
does.
And
It's an investment.
Yeah.
If y'all don't know, y'all know now. It's like 20, 25
Yeah.
for some
per
classes.
class. Yeah. It's an investment for sure, but we also have social media. We have YouTube. Like, I stay learning off an Instagram video, and I'll take a class just from learning this combo.
Yeah.
If I'm not able to get in a certain class, so like that's something too.
Yeah.
Right.
Taking from different choreographers, even if it's online, you know, or through video.
Yeah.
Just getting used to different styles.
Yeah.
So true.
YouTube is free.
Very true.
That's actually one thing that I did when I was auditioning DCRB. I was still in Japan. I used to screen record the video from Instagram because people were posting the DCRB flip class.
Yeah.
And I screen recorded it, and I flipped the video because it was, you know, the right and left, it was flipped. And I learned the choreo from the video, and then I was posting on social media so that they know I'm coming. Like, hey, I'm auditioning. But that's something that you can do too. It's free.
It's
Yes.
free.
It is
So
free.
many free resources
When
out
there's
there.
a will, there's a way. And like, you know, especially like for like younger dancers, you might not be able to get in a bunch of classes, but
Right.
you can get on YouTube and you can sit your phone up and like Leno said, screen record, flip the video, learn it, record yourself doing
Yep.
it, keep doing it until you are satisfied with the
I mean,
product.
we did that, some of
Yeah.
those, where you had to flip those. And then I also kind of did the same thing. I kind of did my little stalking, and I went on one of the girls' pages, and they had the audition video up from last year. And I was like, okay, let me just learn this just in case. I mean,
Yeah.
of course, we didn't use it, but it was good to see the specific style that they had, because it was very sharp cleans, very like precise.
Yeah.
So I got to know a little bit of what they are before
Yeah.
I went into that.
Yeah.
All right. It does say
Yeah.
pay attention to the counts, but I also feel like it kind of depends again if you're a music person or a counts
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
Whereas I really like doing the combo with music consistently. Counts can only get me so far. Like, I can get the tempo of it, but the music where it finally clicks for me. What would you say?
Yeah, for me it's more for music person. I need to remember the flow of the music.
Right.
What would you say?
I'm definitely a music,
Yeah.
sound effects like person.
Oh, my battery's about to die.
I
Keep going. It's recording.
Yeah, I counts don't help me. I mean, they help a little bit, but like if someone's teaching strictly with counts, I'm not gonna remember. And at this point, I know that about myself, so I just be looking like, I'll
Like
get it
music?
when you turn on the music. I'm not gonna get it.
Yes, same.
So true.
So yeah, definitely a musicality.
Yeah, same. I
Yes.
remember better with the music, especially heels, because it
Yes.
flows.
Yes.
And maybe that's where I get that from.
Maybe
Because
it
I
is.
do like heels. I do a lot of heels and like majorette and things like that. We dance to band music, so it's like it's all music.
Right.
Like,
counts.
there's
No, it's a boom boom cat. Zaki, like
And it's still like that. I love
Boom,
that.
boom, cat. That's true.
All right. We also. Oh, sorry.
No, I was looking at the list that yeah. Oh, no, I wanted to say one thing because you mentioned that you sometimes like to kind of in the corner of the choreographer. That's something that I did as well, the DCRB. If you guys if somebody is listening to this are planning to like audition team, like professional team, NFL team, NBA team, any kind of team,
Right.
they always have their specific style. Like,
Yes.
you know,
That's a
if
big
it's a
thing.
heel, they
So
have
true.
like, you know, styles. Hip hop, there's so many different styles in the hip hop. And I feel like DCRB style was like really specifically more so like clean hip hop. Not, I mean, we're changing like
Yes.
over these 3 years. When I first time auditioned for DCRB, my first year was different than the last year. But when you're at the pleb class, get behind of veterans or instructors help me a lot to get that team style, because at the end of the day, when you're at the audition, judges will see you, and if they can imagine this dancer being on the team easily, then you will most likely get the spot, because you already have the style. They don't have to teach you from the scratch.
Right.
yes.
And if they can see you in the uniform easily, that can help too.
Very
So I
true.
feel like that's
Definitely
another
true.
tip that I wanted to give today.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I was very shocked whenever, I think it was during the audition process, but we were close to the finish line. It was like we were doing, what was that? I'm Different.
Okay.
And Peyton was teaching us, but that's when I figured out angles are so important. Because
Okay.
that is all about like stop
That dance, yes,
and
yeah.
go, stop and go.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of moments where we had to stop and they would point out certain angles that rookies weren't
Getting
making.
it.
And I was like, wait, I thought I was doing the exact same thing as you whenever you were doing something so
Slightly
slight.
different,
Yes.
yeah.
That's where it comes in. Like every team has their specifics, and DCRMB is specifically like very clean. All angles have to be the same, like count after count
Yeah.
after count. So
And if you are looking to like dance for a specific team or something, it is a really good idea to like study them, because like
Yeah.
Luna was saying, every team has like a style. I was studying down on DCRB. I was looking at YouTube,
Right?
Instagram,
Same.
like
Exactly.
doing everything. When I was at Grambling, dancing for the Orchesis, literally like the summer leading up to auditions, I was on the YouTube learning the stand routines. I still have videos of
gosh.
like me filming myself doing it. Looking back, I'm like, girl, you
Important though.
It's
but
important,
it helped
yes.
because there's like, you think we have like a lot of blurbs, there's like a lot of stand routines, like at least over like 70 stand
Gosh.
routines.
and you had to remember all of them.
Yes. And so during like training camp for the rookies that were coming in, they were teaching stand routines, and like they would teach a certain amount of days, have to come back the next day knowing it. And it was good because I already knew them. I didn't know them, but I knew I was familiar with them because I was learning them over the summer.
Oh, that's smart.
So like if you're trying to like audition for a team, like do your research, and like if you can learn the combos on your own,
Yeah.
try to learn them so that you're familiar with it, and then you never know, like if y'all start learning it, you already know the combo.
That is true.
So it's like it's
Yeah.
a big thing.
They sometimes do it on audition. Like if they have signature dance,
Yeah.
they do it on the audition.
Oh, for
So
sure.
I think that's a good point. I mean, it's kind of like off topic
Yeah, a
for
little bit.
like remember the choreography faster, but that
It
can
is good
help you,
information,
yeah.
to practice, remember the choreography.
Very true.
All right. I think we covered a lot today.
I think so.
I hope you guys learned something. I'm pretty sure some people can learn a lot of things from this episode. I'm really happy with what we talked about today. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video until the end. Comment and subscribe, like this channel and this video. That will help us so much to help more dancers and more creators and individuals out there who wants to gain more knowledge about dance industry and so much more.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.